Hello and welcome to V2U Research. It's Thursday, the 23rd of April, 2026, and we are breaking down a pivotal day for the Australian markets. The S&P ASX 200 index faced a challenging session today, closing at 8,193.4 points. This represents a decline of 50.2 points, or 0.57%. Today's performance marks the third straight session of declines, pushing the index to its lowest level in 2 weeks as global sentiment turned sour. While the recent week has been tough, with a 1.8% drop, the index remains virtually unchanged when looking at the year-to-date figures. The broader market sentiment was pressured as traders aggressively shunned risk. A sharp retreat in US futures and escalating geopolitical tensions were the main culprits. Renewed Middle East uncertainty played a major role, specifically reports regarding the status of the Strait of Hormuz after recent ceasefire extensions. Let's pivot to the technical landscape to see where the buyers and sellers are drawing their battle lines in this volatile environment. From a technical perspective, the index continues to hold its ground above the key support zone located near 8,183.2, a level we've watched closely. On the upside, the near-term resistance is anchored around 9,200.9. Bullish participants will need to see a convincing break above this to regain control. The 14-day relative strength index is currently hovering around 48.69. This reading suggests that momentum is currently in a neutral to slightly bullish zone. We are currently defined by this broad range. The market is essentially searching for a catalyst to break out of this consolidated zone. The pressure on sentiment intensified following reports that Iranian officials refused to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, a critical global energy artery. Sector performance today was decidedly bearish. In fact, 9 out of the 11 major sectors closed in the red, along with the broader index. This geopolitical friction directly impacted global energy prices and forced a rotation out of growth-sensitive sectors. Materials was the day's worst performing sector, correcting by 1.04% as global growth concerns weighed on commodity demand. Consumer staples followed with a 0.79% drop, while the crucial financial sector lost 0.74% during the session. Consumer discretionary and information technology weren't immune either, falling 0.67% and 0.62% respectively. However, it wasn't all red. The energy sector was the standout performer, gaining over 3% to lead the market. This rebound is significant as the sector had been lagging, down over 2% for the past 5 days prior to today's strong showing. Looking at individual stocks, Karoon Energy and Silex Systems emerged as the strongest performers on the board. Karoon Energy surged 7.84%, likely buoyed by the broader strength in the energy complex. Silex Systems also saw strong buying interest, rising nearly 6% as investors looked for specialized tech plays. Conversely, the retail space faced significant headwinds. Online furniture retailer Temple & Webster saw the largest decline today. Shares in Temple & Webster tumbled 8.18%, likely pressured by the broader weakness in consumer discretionary spending sentiment. Lynas Rare Earths also struggled immensely, falling 6.69% as the materials sector sell-off intensified throughout the afternoon. As we look toward tomorrow's open, all eyes are crossing the Pacific towards some critical data points from the United States. Market participants are zeroing in on the US initial jobless claims data, which will provide fresh insight into the health of the American labor market. This data is a vital indicator for labor market demand and gives us a preview of broader economic trends that dictate global policy. Any surprises in the US data could trigger further volatility here in Australia as interest rate expectations continue to shift. Navigating these macro-driven markets requires more than just headlines. At V2U Research, we provide the deep dive analysis you need. Our paid plans offer members exclusive access to detailed technical setups and strategic insights that help manage risk in any environment. From our portfolio models to real-time alerts, V2U Research is your partner in building a professional trading edge. Join us today. If you found today's market wrap useful, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join the conversation in the comments. We want to know, which ASX stocks are you tracking this week? Share your watch list below, and let's discuss the opportunities. In summary, caution remains the dominant theme. While energy is providing some support, the broader index is still testing critical technical levels. Investors should remain focused on sector diversification and high-quality names that can weather this period of geopolitical uncertainty. As always, trade responsibly and manage your risk carefully. The market gives, but it can also take just as quickly. For those who want these insights delivered straight to their inbox, don't forget to sign up for our daily newsletter via the link below. Remember these levels: support at 8,383 and resistance at 9,200. Watch them closely tomorrow. We will also be monitoring if the energy sector can sustain today's momentum or if it will face a natural pullback after such a sharp move. Beyond the US data, we have several domestic releases next week that could redefine the trajectory of the local market. As the sun sets on today's session, the work for tomorrow's open begins. Preparation is the key to consistent performance. Follow us on all our social media platforms for real-time market updates and bite-sized insights throughout the trading week. Thank you for trusting V2U Research with your market analysis. We are committed to your success in the Australian markets. Trade responsibly, manage your risk, and we will see you in the next market update. Goodbye.
Disclaimer: the information contained in this publication is general in nature and has been prepared without taking into account your objectives, financial situation, or needs. It is provided by Titan Securities, holder of Australian Financial Services, license number 307040. It is not intended to constitute personal financial advice. Investing and trading involve risk, and past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance. You should consider your own objectives, financial situation, and needs before acting on any information contained herein. You should also read our financial services guide and, where relevant, the product disclosure statement and target market determination issued by the product provider. These documents are available upon request. Titan Securities accepts no liability for any loss or damage arising from reliance on this information.